many ideas about what's happening outside of the dome, but to be honest with you, there's nothing there. There are no stars. Everything that's there is just an image, which you can be able to create it and turn it the way you want it to be like and change it. If you don't like how the stars are parallel together, you can make your own way of how you want them to express its reality to you, but that can only exist in your own reality. There's nothing there but just water, but anything besides that are just images. But here's a very interesting thing I've experienced going out there. And one thing which, when you come to that experience, the moment you become outside of the dome, what you find is water. But the water is at a different level consciousness, which I don't think that it's the same as the consciousness of the water that's inside of this plane. The moment you get to be attached to that by just the tip of your finger, you get to be zapped in, then you come back into this reality from the underworld through the water, then you start to exist into this reality. Now chances are when you go through that, you might be time jumping or anything else that will make you escape from a different reality but into another one. But the fact is, no one can be able to leave through the dome. The moment you get out of it, you get to be zapped in right back here. It's impossible. The only way you can be able to escape this reality is through the sun. If it's not through death, then you're having to ascend it in a different way. While it is so interesting, you must realize that on the surface of this planet, there are over 250 to 300,000 species that are living. That is why most of the time you get to see somebody crossing or you think that it is a ghost. That's a different reality which you have been given access to at that moment to see what's happening on the other side. It is similar to when they say that such animals have gone extinct. It's not that they went extinct. They actually time jumped into a different timeline. Some of them ascended into a different timeline. Then the moment you start to see them again on Nature Geography or whatever, you just realize that now you're part of that timeline again. They've just came back. Everything that is living, that is a soul spirit, it has a way to ascend into a different timeline. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as it does have a soul, a spirit, and it is living, then that's what will happen. They usually talk about the Atlantis, that the Atlantis got destroyed. No, it was never destroyed. It went to a different timeline with everybody in it. Just because you do not see it anymore doesn't mean that it's not there. You could be living right now in this plane, everybody's able to see you, but only to find out that you're in a different timeline. You're not vibrating the same as other people are. So all of this, everything that you see that is around you is just an image. And in order for you to be able to change that reality, it comes to you being inside. So there's some things which you can be able to disappear into different portals over the fact that there's an energy that you're connected to, which is most likely could be the Merkaba system that might be actually active. There has been a history that hydro-neuromelanin beings, they came through spaceships, through the sun. But the people who talk about that, they don't really explain what spaceships they're actually talking about. The spaceships which they talk about when they have to talk about that history, it's actually the people turning themselves into spaceships through a Merkaba system. And the Zulu people knew that, but they have been made to forget about that. And you can never be able to access such power and existence if you're not inside of your heart. And the Zulu people have always been inside of their heart. It's just that now there's been a shift that has been done on purpose to make sure that they do not have access to the fullest power, which they can be able to turn themselves into a spaceship and disappear and start to travel different galaxies. Because that's what happens, right? Even the word Merkaba is a Zulu word. It is a Zulu word, right? So you get to realize that the timeline can actually be easily manipulated on a certain level on how ascended you are, on the knowledge that you have and the information that you have within, and the awakening which you've actually experienced through meditation, interacting with your higher self. So this gives you time for you to be able to realize what's really happening outside of you, around you. But everything that's outside of you is nothing but an image. And I'm saying, okay, there's nothing there outside the dome. The stars that you see, they are not there at all, right? You can change that perception whenever you feel like it. The existence is within you, which you can be able to use your energy and your Merkaba system and your energy field in order for you to be able to travel in different planes.